This is kind
Is it
of what
live?
happened. Yeah. So the last time I did the stream, so what I've had to do is because I'm playing piano through Logic and doing like a vocal compression and stuff, and then I had to download this thing called Black Hole Audio to like make this doing like a vocal compression. Okay, you can hear me. Awesome. Somebody else say something now.
Yo, yo.
Download this thing called Black Hole Audio to like make this doing like a vocal compression. Okay.
So weird the way it jumps from like stereo to, or it like keeps going back and forth between the two speakers.
Well, my microphone is like a mono input, right? So does it sound bad? Yay! Hi, Hungry Tortoise. Hi, Venome. Oh, Venome is the person who was going to help me with all this stuff. You guys remember the last stream when I was like, oh, tell me everything? They actually messaged me and they're like, I'll help you. I mean, we've been busy, so releasing the new song. So, all right, we are back. Now I'm going to have to go back on Twitch and delete all these messed up streams. I have to do it every time we go live. Now on our Twitch, it's like, oh, you went live for 5 minutes and it's on the internet forever unless we go back and delete it.
And we gotta delete them on YouTube and on Facebook.
Yep.
It's all good.
Javi, still, are you getting dressed for work or something?
I'm making a PB&J.
Let's get our alert. Hello, Matthew Johnson. Thank you for the like. All right, guys.
I got some Indian food that I'm gonna reheat later. I'm excited about.
All right, sorry for well, we actually tried to go live like a half an hour ago, so thank you guys for bearing with us through the technical difficulties. Hopefully we'll get some more people on here watching. We were supposed to go live at this time anyway, so it kind of worked out. Javi does have to leave the stream a little bit earlier today because he has a prior obligation, but we will be hanging out until we don't want to anymore. So I am not Stephen Toby. I am TJ from the Nearly Deads. And we are celebrating the release of our brand new single, Can't Make You Change. Rainbow Unicorn 95. Who just followed? Thank you for the follow.
We should all be Stephen Toby. Just change our
I don't
our
know.
name.
I don't know how to change that, but the band Zoom account is under Steve's name, so
I can look into it. If anything, I can just change it to the Nearly Deads and you can be the Nearly Deads.
Yeah, I like that.
I guess let's go this way. All right, I'm back.
Oh boy.
Yes, sir, from the Philippines. Hello. Dale wants to blast a new single now. Listen, Dale, I'm not messing with this audio. I would, but yeah, you know what, Javi or Josh, if you guys want to read some of the comments, I would just log on to, if you have your phone, like log on to YouTube or Twitch and kind of follow along, or Facebook maybe. That way you can see some of these comments. Because I can now see, this is the other thing that last time on Restream I didn't really have, which was like all the comments. And actually, bloop.
By the way, thanks for the tips in YouTube. Mad Rat just gave us $5. I noticed we got tipped last time. I was like, where do we collect this money from?
Oh, okay. So I looked into that because I was getting some tips from my live streams and I was like, how do I get these? Oh, and now this will come up on the stream. So if you're watching, it says Mad Productions LLC or Mad Rat.
Yeah.
From Texas, thank you so much for the super chat. So it's called a super chat. So, and that money gets paid out with our Google AdSense dollars. So it's like you get it at, I guess, at the end of the month.
We'll probably get it 2022.
Do we not? So I went on there and I was like, I don't ever pay attention to how much like ad money we make. But I went on there and I was like, that's it? Like, really? Like, it shows you like
Yeah.
exactly how many. We used to make so much more money. So for anybody out there who's watching, and you know, YouTube has definitely changed, and we love YouTube. It is like our best friend. We love our YouTube subscribers, our YouTube followers. We love it. But the reality is, like, your ad revenue is just isn't what it used to be. And being an independent band and just relying on like streaming and things like that, you know, to make income, to make more songs, like, it's just not where it's at. So your tips are greatly appreciated. We truly appreciate you guys. And we will talk more about more of that later, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to discuss Patreon possibly.
We're going to basically ask you guys if donations with Patreon, cuz Super Chat takes 30%. So William Preston on YouTube is asking that. I mean, I have a personal Patreon. So last time I did a stream, I did get quite a few followers. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, it's patreon.com/Teresa Jean. You can join and follow me. The Nearly Deads has had a Patreon in the past, but we might reinstate it. We might not. We're not really sure. Because we want to ask you guys what you would rather have, because we want to make an album, and we want to know if you guys would rather do a Patreon month to month and that we kind of trickle out new songs and eventually makes. And then, or do a Kickstarter and do like big prizes and big thing and all new music all at the same time. Cause we really do want to make an album for you guys. It wasn't initially on the plan, but we heard so much good feedback. So from the new song, and everybody like begging us for a new album. So I think it's time.
William Preston. He said I could start an OnlyFans.
You should.
There you go.
Yeah.
But literally though, with pictures of fans.
Yeah. Just fans. Like, I start a fan OnlyFans, and it's just, yeah, our zombies. I just post pictures of them.
Well, who out there has listened to the new song, and where are you streaming it? We need to know. We need to get it straight from you guys. And then, yeah, let us know where you're listening, where you streamed it. I was going to check on our Spotify now.
How much you hate it? How much you think we sold out? Like,
nobody is saying that we sold out. Everyone loves the song.
By the way, I'm going to drink this. Wait, I should probably put this around when I sip so I don't endorse.
What is it? What is it, Steve?
It's a coffee. It's a coffee from Rainbow.
It's in the box.
For deer.
Hello, Uncle Edwin on Facebook. Hello, Edwin on Facebook. Oh, cool. Rainbow used Apple Music. I also do Apple Music. Love Spotify. Love Apple Music.
Got our big shipping marker here.
I love that sound.
I know.
Dale is from North Carolina. He loves the song.
Nice.
So if you guys are watching now we have the chat coming in the stream, which I think last time we did not have. So that's what I like. I like that we have the chat now, that everyone can see what everyone's saying.
So I just got the new. I went out and got an iPad for Black Friday.
Hey!
Nice.
I don't have a case for it yet. Otherwise, I'd be busting it out. So once I get a case, I'm going to set it up, and then I'll be like, what up, yo?
Which iPad did you get?
I got the 2020 iPad.
Oh, like the new one. Nice.
The new one, yeah. I was going to do Pro, but I was like, I'll wait till I'm
I mean, at that point,
there.
you might as well buy a laptop, you know?
Right.
Maybe. I'm glad you got the newest one, though. I mean, that's what I would have done. Like, it's always, you know, technology. Hello, Carlos. Back from the shower. Ah.
Damn.
Hey.
Heyo. Speaking of OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So
There's one right there for you.
I wanted to ask you guys this. Okay, so this is my question for the band, and then we'll take fan questions. But because on the way I was driving today, and I heard I was in the car and I heard "Smoke on the Water." Like, what a badass song, right? And so,
Whoa, Steve.
I mean, it's
Damn.
and you call yourself a rock and roller? Like,
I mean, it's, you just hear songs for so many years of your life. They kind of just run their course eventually.
Steve's
It's
jaded.
a good song.
well, anyway, I was gonna ask you guys. So if you're not a fan of Smoke on the Water, which is ridiculous, what do you think? What's your all-time favorite guitar riff?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because "Smoke on the Water" is the first guitar riff I actually ever learned.
Hey,
Isn't that weird? Yeah. Steve
Oh,
would.
dude.
But
Josh,
yeah.
the first guitar riff I ever learned was the Egyptian song, the one that's like.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then it was "Damn It."
Well, I was going to also say I wanted to have a whole stream where we just all went around and said what our first song we learned, first instrument we learned, like just a bunch of firsts. Like, when was the first, I don't know, vacation you ever took or something like that. So,
well, my first kiss was back in.
I think the first thing I learned on guitar was "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
Very grunge, Steve. Very grunge.
Yeah.
The first song I think I learned was, Free Fallin'.
What is that?
Free Ballin'.
Free Fallin' by Tom Petty. It's
Free
super easy.
Fallin'.
In the band on tour, we always be free balling.
Nice
Now I can avoid copyright and enjoy my coffee.
Was it a Starbucks?
Mars.
No, we don't endorse Starbucks.
Buy more Starbucks.
Bar sucks.
Bar sucks.
Free Ballin' is a great remix. We
saying,
have a couple people watching on Twitch right now. Shout out to you guys watching on Twitch. We're
nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say the question was favorite
riff.
Like, so we said first guitar riff, but the question was our favorite riff.
Yeah, or favorite, or what do you are just like, man, that is an all-time one of the best guitar riffs ever written. I wish I wrote that riff.
Steve, what is your favorite guitar riff of all time that made you just step back and say, I wish I wrote that riff? What is it, Steve?
Are you just gonna copy?
I hate it.
Are you just copying me?
No, I could tell that Steve really wanted to answer the question. So.
No, I think Javi just knows that I'm getting severe anxiety right now with the question. Because what if I give the wrong answer?
There is no wrong answer.
You're like Chidi on The Good Place.
He really is. Don't spoil.
He's
I
like,
haven't
wait,
seen the last season, so no spoilers, but I love that show.
I could do this, but I could do this. But if I do this, then I won't know what's going to be over here.
Exactly. He's so dead. I don't know. It's just hard to pick because if I'm going to think good guitar riff, my mind wants to go towards Billy Talent, but then they have like every song is a guitar riff basically, and they're all fantastic. Or I could think of like a moment where my mind was blown by a riff, and like the first time I heard Muse's Stockholm Syndrome, that riff or like guitar part was like blew my mind. I don't know. I'm just gonna say Billy Talent and not even say a song because I mean, just choose your own Billy Talent adventure. Like that's the best guitar riff right there.
Cool.
Billy Talent for the win, ladies and gentlemen.
What was yours, Javi?
Oh, favorite riff? Oh, I don't know.
See?
La Bamba is fun to play. Like
Yeah.
that's just like a classic.
Yeah, I like that. Josh,
I mean, when guitar, tell me if I'm wrong, but when Guitar Hero came out, everybody wanted to play Coheed and Cambria's Welcome Home song. It was like,
how does that go?
That like dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's a great riff.
That's
What about Josh?
Guitar Hero is a good like case for these songs because you remember like when 2 or 3 came out. Yeah, just remember like your favorite Guitar Hero songs, and that's probably the best guitar.
Okay, I just thought of one.
Well,
all right. I'm gonna have to do this, ladies and gentlemen. Roy Orbison, Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. I was almost gonna say that.
Probably one of the best riffs of all time. Just gotta say it.
That is good.
Pretty Woman.
Love
well, and then that kind of makes you think too. The James Bond theme is a pretty cool guitar riff because it's in that same sort of vein.
Yeah.
And then there was that. I remember one of the early ones learning guitar, that surf song.
Wipeout.
The Wipeout, yeah.
I was thinking that, yeah.
Like everybody learned that on guitar.
Yeah.
You know which song that I listened to probably a couple months ago was that one. They cover it in like a ton. They put in a ton of movies. It's like it starts out like, oh
yeah.
And it's like, hey,
right? Hey.
Yeah, what is that?
It's, I can't remember it, but I have it saved on my playlist.
Josh, you didn't say yours.
Oh, this guy, Mad Rat Productions. My favorite riff is Money from Pink Floyd. Ah, that's a good one.
Ooh, yeah.
We got a couple people. The Power Rangers theme.
Oh my god!
The guitar riff everyone wished they wrote because it's used still to this day. And a lot of people are like agreeing with that. That was from Speed Punk on YouTube. How does that go? I'm gonna have to Google it.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
That's the riff?
Doobie Brothers. That's throwback. My parents.
All right, Joshy, what's your all-time favorite riff?
Oh, man, that's like... I don't know. We named a few. I mean, I was going to say Wipeout. That was like a... like, I don't know.
I would peg Josh for a Papa Roach.
Oh yeah, last resort.
Papa Roach.
That honestly is a pretty.
That's a powerful riff.
That's a powerful riff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Javi already said, "Damn it, that's definitely powerful riff." But I'm gonna say "Smoke on the Water."
Like it's just in my head now. Now I'm just like, what other? Because I'm thinking like more on the lines of classic rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, because it was so much more riff heavy. I mean, our music is really riff heavy too. Honestly, like I love the riff in "Can't Make You Change." Like it's. I like
that one. I wrote on bass.
I feel like it makes sense that you did. You know what I mean? That's kind of a cool tidbit of the song for the fans.
Yeah, that song started with a bass idea.
The bass line.
I think you wrote the bass line first, and then everything else after that.
Like I said last stream, almost every song is like I come up with like a part or an idea that I like, and then I'm like, how do I make this work in an entire song? sort of like how when I go to eat, there's like ranch, and it's like, how do I get the ranch into my mouth? Okay, well, I could use fries, or I could use pizza,
No.
or
No.
fried
He's
cauliflower.
like,
It's like it's all about how to get that one unit into your mouth.
I really want to go to a restaurant tonight. I'm digging some ranch. If I can just like find a couple of items on the menu to get the ranch in my mouth,
Exactly.
it'd be golden.
Ooh,
Exactly.
We're getting some good riffs on here. Teenage Wasteland. I love that
Oh
song.
yeah.
That's so good. Good. Running Down a Dream by Tom Petty.
Dumpweed.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
The Stones.
And you got bands that you wouldn't consider rock bands that have like, like Sabotage and Fight for Your Right,
Yeah.
Oh, Fight for Your Right to Party. Yeah, that's a good one.
Or No Sleep Till Brooklyn's a cool guitar riff.
Yeah.
You guys, my cat just threw up.
Actually,
right in front of me. Mom.
I've been listening to a lot of Aesop Rock, and one of the songs is used in a commercial that I heard. And I'm sure, I don't know, the riff is probably sampled. I'm sure it's not, I don't know, maybe they wrote the riff.
I will be right back, everybody. Pray for my cat.
I don't know.
Talk amongst yourselves,
maybe
guys.
You can tell me if it's sampled.
So I was watching a Neutrogena commercial, and there's a piano riff that's like
the thing to watch.
No. Check this out. This was like years ago, but there's a piano riff in there that's just like, I always hated it, and I was just like, that piano riff sucks. And then guess who it turned out to be from?
Yeah.
It was a Transplant song. And I was just like, for those of you that don't know who I'm sure you probably know who the Transplants are, but for those of you that don't, it's the guys from Rancid and the drummer of Blink-182, Travis Barker. They formed like this, all-star group or whatever. It's like a punk.
The Transplants.
Yeah, and I found out that it was them, and then I was like, I love this song.
That's awesome. That's cool. They got a Neutrogena spot, or how you?
I listened to the actual song, and aside from that little riff, like the rest of the song, it's actually a really cool song.
Yeah.
And then I heard the riff, and I was like, damn.
That's awesome. Football has they get bands with a lot of good spots that have like catchy riffs.
Have you ever heard an Angels and Airwaves song on watching football?
Is that a serious question, or are you being sarcastic? Because they play them a good bit. I hate you.
It's a serious,
Javi, do you know
it's a serious question.
Javi, tell me if this is sampled or if you think it's theirs. I said Aesop, but it's actually Run the Jewels that I heard on the commercial.
Picture this, I'm a bag of dicks, put me to your lips, I am sick, I will punch your baby bigger in his shit, give me lip, I'm gonna send you to the yard.
I mean, they could make it, but to me personally, it sounds like it's been sampled from somebody.
That guitar thing, I forget which commercial it is. There's no rap in it. They just took the beat, but that
I definitely
digging that whole like guitar pick riff in the back.
You know what pisses me off is whenever you hear a song from somebody that you like and you're like, oh my God, I love this song. And then like a month or two later, you hear the original version and you're like, son of a bitch, like I knew it. And like, it kind of makes it less cool, like the song that you had heard the first time, because you're like, you just took a sample and like turned it into something else. And I actually end up liking the original version more often than not.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They've got the MC Killer Mike. I don't know if I mean, I know he does other stuff, so maybe he wrote it. I don't know. Sometimes commercials will introduce me to music because the preview for well, I take back. I had heard of Silver Sun pickups before, but never really cared about them or listened until Sucker Punch came out, the movie, and they used their song in the trailer for that. And I heard that song and I was like, this song's badass. Who is this? And I looked at it, I was like, oh, this is Silver Sun. And then immediately became a fan because of that preview.
Come on, Mama. Where are you? Come here. Oh, here she is. It's Moo.
Yeah, William Preston, I'm about to reheat some Indian fried cauliflower here in a bit. But this restaurant, The Goat, I think it's a chain. They may have them where you guys are.
I've been there in They're all over Nashville, that place.
Yeah, they do
went there
fried buffalo cauliflower.
Ooh.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, dude, Mad Rat did Army of Me by Bjork. That riff is pretty awesome.
Song.
Yeah.
All right, I miss? Did we have a new question, or are we still on riffs? Or on albums now? Sorry.
I don't know. All I know is Will Reed needs to get his potty mouth out of the group here. This is a clean chat here.
Will Reed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Will Reed of Buffalo Chip Whiskey. Look for it in your local establishment. Also, when we go on tour, Will Reed will most likely be playing bass for us. So
awesome.
Nice.
Because the reason he's playing bass for us is because he agreed to do it for zero money and zero per diem. He just loves the Nearly Dead so much.
Hired. We have no shows lined up. Nobody does. I really, I was telling Javi before we all went live, guys, that it's really kind of a bummer. Oh, hi, Steph. Hi. Thanks for the like. Steve, what are you doing?
I dropped something and I can't find it.
He's cleaning up
in my magic carpet.
Oh, somebody says Green Goblin. My microphone is mono, and so that's probably why I'm only coming out of one side. I don't really know how to fix that. I guess I could. I'm not doing this, but I'll look into it. For now, I'm out of one side, I guess.
Well, it's gone forever.
What if I do that?
It just disappeared.
Did that make a difference? No, not at all. Sounds a little better. Hello.
That's it.
Hello.
Anyway.
So, Jess Alex, don't do anything with the sound, TJ. I won't, I promise. I'm like, what if I poke this button? What was I just gonna say? I got distracted by the left headphone thing. And my friend Steph liking the post. I was talking about, so aren't you guys a little kind of disappointed that we released a song, but didn't have a show to play it live for people and be like, hey, because every other time we've had an album or something, we've been on tour. Kind of sad.
Yeah.
I was kind of sad at the end of the day. All day I did a stream. I was on my computer and my phone all day, responding to fans and questions and comments and responding to comments and stuff, especially the YouTube video.
And eating leftover turkey,
Exactly. And then I was like, oh, it's cool. Okay, so now what?
I hate to call it an early evening, guys. I thought I had more time, but
I'm sorry, Javi.
I was supposed to leave 5 minutes ago.
Right. More Josh.
Yeah,
get questions and things.
All right. Tyler says, OMG, hello, zombie fam. Jess Alex wants to know, will there be any Norway tour in the far future?
Shit, I would love it.
Is awesome. My cat's rubbing her face on everything, and it's super cute. She threw up, you guys. Okay. All right. Any questions? I want to hear some questions for Steve and Josh, guys.
Wait, weren't we gonna ask? Oh, I don't know.
We did.
I thought we were asking them how they liked the new single, and then did that happen in the previous stream that disappeared?
That had no audio.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you
I
for
don't see any.
Thank you for the kind words, guys. Yeah, I did a couple streams last week where I was like playing piano, singing, and got all that audio kind of hooked up. And literally, the same thing happened on Friday where nothing was wrong, but it was all I had to do was restart Streamlabs. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe I need to update my Streamlabs, but my cat's name is Eleanor. We call her Moom. Somebody asked what my cat's name is. Who else has cats and pets out there? Josh, do you have pets?
Nope.
No.
I'm catless.
No.
Dogless.
We had an unexpected cat at Thanksgiving at my parents' house. There was a neighbor kitty that kept walking up in the backyard. My dad kept trying to shoo her away. And then, so when he would be inside, like preparing food, she would come back out to like defy him and walk around our porch and stuff.
No. I'm allergic to cats. I can't have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh is also allergic to bananas.
I am.
Every time I eat a banana, I think of you. I used to hate bananas.
It's weird.
I used to hate bananas, and then I became a vegetarian. I was like, I guess I got to start eating shit like this, or else I'm going to starve. And now I don't want to say I love bananas, but, you know, like, I'll eat one. You know what I mean? I have bananas probably every day. I have one probably every day. All right. I'm trying to scoot a little bit closer here. What do you guys feel like talking about today? We talked about the new song. Do you guys have any questions that you want to know from the fans?
I don't know what William's trying to do here, but he's trying to dare me to take my beanie off. Why? Why? So everybody can see my hat hair and beanie hair?
Yeah.
It's cold in Nashville, okay? Like I was out in the elements earlier. It's been like dark, cloudy, and rainy all day. So I went out to Nashville for brunch and coffee, and then on my way home, I got more coffee.
Speed
But
Punk
not from
says,
Starbucks.
Speed Punk on YouTube says, Josh, get a goldfish.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good idea.
I had a goldfish when I was, sorry guys. I had a goldfish when I was younger, and it lived for like 5 years. Like it lived forever.
That's a big commitment.
It lived forever. I loved that goldfish. It had like the Cadillac of fish tanks.
Apparently, no one on Twitch cares at all for Josh's health and safety. They're all like, bananas are awesome.
It's weird. It's like the fruit pollen that gets into the banana. Like, I'm not allergic to the fruit itself. It sucks because I do really like bananas. Let's just keep talking about bananas.
Yeah, when they said
quality content.
When you said goldfish, I was thinking like the cracker, and then I was like, I could go for some flavor blasted goldfish.
Oh man, all I ate on I had to stop eating goldfish because that's all I had on quarantine. Because you had to like stock up on groceries, so I would like buy the giant carton, like the $9 carton that's like this big, and then I would just sit and play Animal Crossing and just eat goldfish.
You have like a goldfish callus at the roof of your mouth because the flavor blasted, like the salt and seasoning on it is rough. It's like Captain Crunch mouth.
I also love Captain Crunch.
Oh, man,
favorite cereals. All right, let's do favorite cereals.
Ooh.
And then Rainbow Zed Unicorn on Twitch asks, I want to know how the band was formed. What's the story?
Well,
And then Alex just says, make a single called Banana just for Josh.
Banana.
You know, every time I make a painting,
That's
have you
awesome.
guys seen my like Patreon paintings? And they have like the little like dudes on them, like the little like
the little bat guys.
Oh.
those I think of as my Josh's.
Well, the band was formed about 11 years ago when there was this rainstorm and this bolt of lightning collided with a telephone pole. And there was a dog and a churro at the bottom that got fused together.
Oh no.
Josh.
No,
Gosh.
Oh, that's you.
this is me. No banana in hand.
I really liked this one. This one turned out good. I think I sent it to one of the contest winner from like the last stream that we did. I don't know.
Yeah, I dig it.
I
With
don't
the
know.
like paint splattery background.
Yeah. Ooh, spider one. Anything peanut butter flavored. Peanut butter Captain Crunch is like my all-time guilty pleasure. I think I also had some on quarantine because you know we all had to like stock up on groceries, and we were just like sad and bummed, and me and Jordan were both like, "Fuck it, cereal," and we got like whatever we wanted because we don't normally eat stuff like that for breakfast anymore. You know, now that we're adults.
Yeah, I'm boring when it comes to cereal because I eat the healthy shit. But if I'm gonna splurge, I'm all about that Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, we're getting a lot of love for. From Randy, from Warped Films. Oh, I feel a future video needs to have bananas in it. Not sure how to make that happen. We can fly them in like special effects.
I could just use banana drumsticks, but
Hey.
then they'll just mix everywhere. That would be awful.
That would be awful,
Or we can
actually.
get Tommy to be in the video because he's got this banana costume that he's worn like the past 5 Halloweens in a row. And it's
True.
like, dude, get a new costume.
True.
He'll just stand next to me the whole video, just staring.
Hey,
It literally-
banana guy.
It literally enrages me because I'm such a like Halloween is my excuse to like cosplay and I get so into it. And it's like, I feel like it's a slap in Halloween's face if you just go to a Halloween store and buy something off the shelf. You got to like make it, you got to like build it or go to like thrift stores and find all the pieces. So Tommy, not only is it just like an off the rack thing, but it's not even like several pieces of anything. It's literally just one like banana onesie thing, the laziest costume ever. And it's a stupid banana. I just want to punch him in his dumb banana face every Halloween.
Let's do it, Steve. Let's punch all the bananas, starting with Tommy.
Yeah. Tommy's the worst banana that you could ever have.
So Steve says Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Mine was Peanut Butter Captain Crunch. What was Josh's?
Well, splurge wise, yeah, probably like Lucky Charms, maybe.
Ooh.
I don't know. Lucky
But
Charms.
when you say splurge, do you mean like you're buying the expensive cereal?
Oh, like
or do you mean
No, like the
cereal.
unhealthy
'Cause
cereal.
I like
unhealthy
like
cereal.
Yeah, because I like Cheerios and like mini wheats or whatever that are like the healthier cereals.
Right.
But the sugary stuff, yeah, I'm going Lucky Charms.
All right. Halloween does need the effort, but banana zombies has to be a thing. This is from Warped Films on Twitch. Banana costumes dancing around. I mean, you know what? Let's do it. I'm writing that down. Banana
That's
zombies.
pretty cool. It's like a
That's
banana
funny.
apocalypse.
Banana apocalypse.
Yeah.
What if all the other fruit? Well, because fruit rots naturally, right? So it'd be actually kind of funny to like just have rotten fruit. I mean, this is this totally stupid? I don't know. All the fruit could be rotten. It could be like a zombie apocalypse of just rotten fruit that comes to life. This sounds terrible.
Yeah.
So, well, somebody else asked how we formed the band. We did the band did form many years ago, and there was this. We were all living in Tampa, and I was in a band called Blondes Not Bombs, piano and drums, and Steve, our original drummer, and Corey, the Choreos, were also in the band, and it was called Danger Flight. And their lead singer I was friends with, and I went to go see them, and then they were like, oh, we're moving to Nashville and you should come, because I was a musician, and we all kind of moved up all at the same time. And then their singer ended up not working out, so they needed a singer, and I tried out, and the rest is history. I guess it worked out, right? The old singer used to be a guy. Most people don't know. No, most people don't know that. He probably is. He's probably
No, Steve.
He absolutely sits at home. He absolutely sits at home and is like, "Fuck the Nearly Deads." He probably hates us. I don't even know.
I've never met him.
Yeah. Do you
I
ever
don't
talk
think
to
he
him?
cares.
I don't think he cares either.
He's not doing anything
Music.
in music that
He
I
doesn't do
know of.
music.
I mean, we're still friends on like Facebook or something, and I forget what he's doing. He's doing like MMA and all kinds of stuff like that. I know
Oh, MMI. Yeah, he was kind of that type of dude. I could see that
Corey,
being his
you know,
jam.
he's living it up as Kill Paris. D-Pro don't give a shit.
Well, D-Pro, like Corey and AJ are into the festival circuit. D-Pro is getting more into production, and like he just vibes, man. Like he's got a lot of synthesizers, and he just plays around. He just does music for fun.
They're
really.
the chillest people I know, probably. And well, me and the fans probably don't even know, but like me and Corey did a song together. It was a cover of a Legend of Zelda theme, and we did like a down tempo kind of electronic version of it.
That was like earlier this year, wasn't it? I thought I saw you.
I think it was last.
I think
year.
I missed.
Or maybe it was the
that.
beginning of this year when I put it out.
It was cool though. I don't know. I don't even know what year it is anymore.
I must have missed it. You know, what people like a lot. I mean, a lot of the fans know that we were on a little bit of a hiatus. I feel like the four of us didn't talk for like a year. We were just like, I need a break. Honestly, yeah. And we didn't really post anything. Like you look through our Instagram feed, you'll see like months where nothing is posted. So we're thankful for every single person who is here and who's watching. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate you sharing the single. Tyler said, if you're watching right now, you should be streaming the song at the same time or something. So go out there and stream. Can't make you change, guys. If you
Good advice.
So
unless you're on YouTube, because I think you got to close the stream to be able to.
Yeah. So pay for the premium YouTube, so you can do both.
Everybody wants me to make a Discord. I don't have just unlimited time to just start Discords. Okay, give me a day. I don't even know what.
That's for gamers. Discord is for gamers.
Hey, I play Animal Crossing.
No, but I mean,
did you get your Xbox yet?
Oh, I did.
No way.
I've been playing Valhalla on it.
Oh no.
You guys hear Moom?
Oh, by the way, I discovered the greatest thing in all of gaming ever. It just makes me so happy. So in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, there's a skill you can learn. Like, you know, it's kind of RPG. As you level up, you unlock skills or techniques. And one of them is playing dead. And it is the funniest thing ever. I'm like getting chased. And if I have enough, like my energy charge or whatever to use a special, there could be a bunch of people around you and you hit the play dead button and he's like, and then he like falls on the ground and just lays there. And the enemies kind of like walk around and they like bend over and look at you and they're like, huh? and then they just keep like wandering off, and they just leave you alone. And you can just lay there for hours, and they don't. I know it because I just left the screen on while I was like on my phone, and then occasionally like an enemy will walk by and see me and be like, "What?" and bend over and like check my pulse or something. But then I spring back up and stab him in the throat. But I was like, who thought of like Play Dead as like a actual move set or something?
I love that. That's awesome.
Because I feel like that would be my superpower move if I was getting mugged in the street or something. I would just play Dead all of a sudden.
So I'm reading some of these comments, and Craig on Facebook wants to know what was your first job?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good question.
Just like job?
Yeah, like my first job was McDonald's. I'm pretty sure that was my first job was McDonald's because growing up, my mom was a manager at McDonald's, and me and my sister, that was both of our first jobs. I wanted to buy a pair of Doc Martens, and I worked exactly hard enough to afford a pair because my parents would not buy them for me. And then that was it. And then my first official job was like Krispy Kreme. Do you guys remember going to that Krispy Kreme in Kansas that I used to work at?
Yeah.
And I loved that job. Like, obviously I was a teenager, so whatever. And I grew up in Kansas. So for anybody who's just watching who has no idea what I'm talking about, thank you for the subscription, Eric the Brave, on YouTube. Also, thank you, Warp Films, for the follow on Twitch. Also, oh my God, I can't read this person's name. Rainbow Dead Unicorn for following, or Rainbow Zed Unicorn for the follow. And this is real. Banana, BANANNE followed us on Twitch.
I don't know if they should. That's awesome.
And then there was another Twitch follower like an hour ago. We weren't even streaming an hour ago. They were probably on the first stream. But anyway, Krispy Kreme was like my favorite. That's my first like real job that I kept for a while. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I used to give out free hot donuts, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We got a couple other people on here that McDonald's was their first job. What about you guys? What about Josh?
Yeah, my first job was at I worked at like the local park, like where I used to live, basically just like cutting grass and a bunch of manual labor stuff. It sucked. But my first like real official job was at a grocery store called Shop and Save. And it was cool. I enjoyed it. I was like a stock boy.
Weren't you working at a grocery store when we met you?
Yeah, I was at Kroger. I worked when I first moved to Tennessee. I got a job at Kroger. But that didn't last long. Like I quit. Well, after they let me go on the first tour, then the second tour they're like,
I remember you just like quitting or getting fired or something, and they were just like, whatever.
He literally fired Josh every time you saw him, and he just kept showing up. And this, if you want to learn determination, if you want to know how to be in life and how to pursue your passions and your dreams, be like Josh. Just never say no. Doesn't matter if you get fired. Keep going up and
save all your work shirts. I could walk into Shop and Save right now and be like,
Josh was basically Milton from Office Space. They like had quit paying him, but he's still like there in the basement with his stapler. Like,
that's
I'm old, so I don't even know my own timeline. I can't remember if my first job was the deli I worked at, making sandwiches and doing deliveries, or if it was when I was doing landscaping for a guy. It was one of those two things was my first job. If we're counting like I got hired by somebody, because otherwise I did some stuff for my dad at his warehouse before that.
I like that everyone else is commenting like where their first job was. McDonald's, being a porter at a club, RIP Legacy Lounge. Uh, a lot of places have shut down because of COVID. Honestly, it's pretty sad. Music venues and clubs, I feel like were kind of struggling before COVID, and now I know a lot of them, like the End in Nashville has like a GoFundMe, to just keep these places open until they can have bands again, because without, like, I know the End doesn't have food, so I don't think they could be open at all.
I think the End is permanently closed down.
Really?
I know Exit In, the front doors boarded up, and their sign just says help save the stages or something.
Yeah, the Save Our Stages, I think, is a big thing that's like trying to benefit, or they're trying to like get a bailout from the government or something for the music venues. But yeah, but anyway, lots of people's first jobs. I like that. That was a good question. That was fun. Good memories. Cool. I don't know, Josh, your turn to think of a question.
So.
Who
How
has
was
their
everyone's
TV
Thanksgiving?
on? How is
What?
everyone's Thanksgiving? Who has their TV on? Does one of you guys have a TV on somewhere?
My TV's like way out there. Why, can you hear it?
Yeah.
I can close this door.
Why does it bother me? Like, my
I
TV's
can't
on
hear
in
it
the
at
other
all.
room, too.
I can barely even hear it. Are you sure it's
Are
not?
you sure it's not Jordan watching TV or something?
He leaves it on for the cat, and I mean, it might be that. It truly might be that. She's like,
Because my volume's on like 7 or something
It's
like that.
probably-
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
it's probably my TV. I don't know. I'm not gonna leave again and turn it off.
I'm about to turn on the TV because Josh is boring me with his lack of questions.
I asked everybody how their Thanksgiving was. It's appropriate.
Yeah, my Thanksgiving was good. I talked
Yeah.
about it on Friday on my other stream. So, well, not everybody was on that. I mean, I had a lot of people on, but yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. Like, did people get to go to family? Like, I know, like, my one family canceled theirs. My other family, only like a few people showed up. Like, it's a very weird time right now, you know, with Thanksgiving and gatherings. And I'm sure Christmas is going to be the same. But
yeah. It's kind of
I was lucky enough to fly to Florida and spend it with family. But, you know, they're saying like no more than 8 people or whatever. There's less than 8 people in my family, so it was fine, you know, like, so we just hung out. I mean, yeah, we just cooked and made a lot of awesome food and visited with family.
It's so weird that you were like able to do that without getting tested. Like, where I live, you can't leave and come back and not get a test.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I was going to get tested when I landed there, but they were all booked up through the weekend. So
tests are really hard to come by. I actually had to get 2 last week. So that was fun. Has anyone gotten their brain poked? Anyone out there gotten their COVID test?
I've never been tested.
I mean,
I felt so bad because I was like trying not to sneeze on the lady.
Oh my God, yeah. It's so uncomfortable.
Oh, you mean when you got tested? I thought you just randomly you didn't
like, why are you sneezing?
It's like going so far back, and I'm just like, and she's like, I know, it's almost over. Hang in there. I'm sorry.
Wow. Yeah, I've never got one yet. Well, hopefully I never do. Hopefully I never have a reason to. But
I mean, if you're asymptomatic, like, you can take one just precautionary, because you could be carrying it and asymptomatic. So, like, I feel like it's encouraged, at least where I am, for people to just voluntarily get one when you can. It's also free. So, just to know, like, especially if you're going to be around people, or if you've been in a large group or whatever. Like, we had gone to a wedding, and then like we were just like, let's get tested after, just to make sure. We wore a mask the whole time. So, Warped Film says, I got the simple test, not the brain sample version. It's what it feels like. It feels like they're literally like up there. It's so uncomfortable. John Doe got tested 5 times. Wow. So they got a good chunk of your brain now. Well, they have you take your mask down, like, so you're covering your mouth. And, well, at least when I took the test. So, like, your eyes start watering, you start coughing, you know, like, thankfully you're not coughing on the person because you're still wearing a mask. But it's, like, impossible not to sneeze or cough. Ugh.
Yeah.
They have throat swabs. They don't have to do the nose. That's weird.
The thing I do have to figure out is, so my license expires on Tuesday, and I kept putting it off, and I'm just like, oh, I'll just do it right before because it's simple. You can like just renew your license online. Well, I went to, and I realized there's some new like real ID thing you have to get now. It's like a license with a star, and they're saying, well, the first time you get that ID, normally you can renew it online, but the first time you have to do it in person. I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, I'm like, went online to schedule an appointment, and I checked all the locations in Tennessee, and like the earliest any of them have open is like the 20 something of December. And I'm just like, my license expires on Tuesday. So what I'm hoping is I just gotta like, I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow and just show up right when place near me opens. And I'm hoping I can just walk in and do it. I'm hoping that the booking it is booked out for, and I like, that's just for people who want to do like the social distance safe, like I'm booking an appointment, like those are booked up out there. Like I'm hoping I can still just show up and wait in line like you would do at DMV any normal day and just get it done. Because otherwise I'm just like, okay, well, I'm gonna have an expired license for a month.
Well, mine's been expired since my birthday because I haven't been able to get into the DMV. My appointment is like December 12th or something like that.
I don't think that matters right now because of
No.
COVID. Like, I think if you get pulled over and be like, I am having trouble getting to DMV, I think they like give you a pass, no?
No, it's funny because I got pulled over actually.
Oh, shoot.
And she was like, you realize your license is expired, but she was like, then she just started talking about COVID and how, and I flew with an expired license too. So
Really?
yeah,
I was like, at least I
you
could
a
use my
pass.
passport for flying.
yeah,
I go home for Christmas.
and I rented a car. They let me do all that with an expired license. So they're definitely waiving some stuff. But yeah, I had the same exact problem.
Okay. Yeah, I guess if I can't get it done in the morning, I'll just book the earliest one I can find. And
Yeah.
Well, why don't we pose the questions to the fans? Let's talk new album.
Yeah. What do you got? Like, what do you mean?
We don't need it. We don't need Javi here for this. So, I mean, cat's out of the bag. We want to do a new album. The fans want a new album.
Javi's on. Listen.
What?
Listen, Javi's watching on YouTube.
Well, Javi, if you're
he
watching,
just commented. He goes, "I'm back, bitches. Army of 100 sheep."
That's how much we care. So fans, you all know like that we're DIY, we're independent. All our other albums have been through crowdfunding campaigns. The last few singles was through Patreon. So we're going to be doing something similar for this next album. So I guess we want to know from y'all's perspective, what is easier on your end as a fan and contributing to the artists that you like listening to? What do you all prefer? Are you Patreon subscribers, or are you people who like to contribute to crowdfunding?
Basically, like Kickstarter or Patreon. What would you rather us do?
Well, I think we would probably do pledge music again.
Pledge music doesn't exist anymore, brah.
What?
It
What
doesn't.
happened to them?
They went under because they couldn't pay. Like people weren't paying their people. It's a whole scandal.
Oh, that's crazy because they were way better than Kickstarter. All right, so Kickstarter or Patreon. So
I mean,
if you were
there's
gonna,
nothing wrong with Kickstarter. We did Kickstarter and did very well. I did like Pledge Music. I was gonna do one for myself for like a solo album, and I was like, oh, it doesn't exist anymore because they ended up not being how. I don't know how it would be possible for them to not pay artists, or the artist didn't pay the fans or something. Like there was some sort of scandal, and it basically just does not exist.
right?
I mean, Indiegogo and let's see, Indiegogo and GoFundMe are still things, but I just don't feel like that's appropriate for like a band. I feel like Kickstarter is kind of like an expected platform for bands.
Yeah. So I'm thinking this would be. So speaking to the fans, this is in my head the two scenarios of a new Nearly Dead's record. A, we do a Kickstarter, and that would mean that we're going to promote this Kickstarter. Y'all can contribute whatever you are comfortable contributing to it, and we'll try to raise enough funds to put out a new record. But if we did that, we wouldn't even start production on the new record until the funding, if we met our goal and the funds were available. And so that means there would be this waiting period of us raising the funds. And then once we collected those funds, there might be some prizes that we're able to send out, but then the record itself isn't going to come out until however long beyond that it takes to record and put out the record. But you'll get a full record all at once. And you just fund, you contribute what you can afford and want to put into the crowdfunding. Or the other option that I was thinking is if we went the Patreon route. I noticed a lot of bands recently releasing multiple singles off a new record and then releasing everything at the end as a full record. So if we do the Patreon, you all can sign up for whatever tier you're comfortable with. You may not have to put down as much up front. It's just a little bit each month. And what we would do is take those and over time record the record over a period of months while we're getting the monthly Patreon payments. And then we would be able to release singles as we're working on the album. So you would be able to get little bits here and there, singles and teases, maybe acoustic tracks behind the scenes or whatever. And then after a certain period of time, the album will be done. We'll release the full album. And at that point, we can either cancel the Patreon, or if we have other content, we can keep it going. I mean, change up tiers.
Hi, Nessetta from Argentina. I'm gonna cut back to some of these comments. I don't know, Josh, are you able to read it in the comments or no?
Just Facebook, but it's kind of.
Is Facebook dead? Who's watching on Facebook?
Facebook is dead.
Yeah.
Well, we actually have a lot of people on Facebook. We have a lot of fans on Facebook that still just use Facebook. I feel like most people in the chat are from Twitch or YouTube, but
yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are saying, I don't have a Patreon. Kickstarter would make more sense, or Kickstarter is better for albums. Kickstarter for people who maybe can't afford to do the monthly Patreon. Because obviously the Kickstarter would be more or less a pre-order for the album. And I think you guys understand as fans that an album takes a while to record and mix, master, and all that stuff. And also being independent, I mean, obviously we pay for everything ourselves, so it does cost a little bit of money. I'm just reading some of these comments. I mean, but we could always do both. I mean, I feel like Patreon is more for like the behind the scenes stuff and like for people like kind of like a fan club, like for anybody who wants like extra access, but like I don't know. I like both. We've had both. I like both, but I think it took forever for us to raise money on Patreon. And it was like, even though we were doing a song every couple of months, it was still only like doing 2 or 3 a year or 4 instead of like really just carving out a big chunk of time and just doing the whole album all at once.
Right. Well, I think when we were doing our Patreon, we had at that point we didn't want to do an album.
Now
so
we
it
do.
was just the mindset of a single here and there. But I think if we approach Patreon differently, like, yes, we do want to do an album, then I think it would be more of recording chunks at a time and releasing content as we go. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a matter of
Javi says, Steve,
what everybody can afford, because Patreon and
also it somebody was mentioning which one has lesser fees. So
that's something to think about.
I don't really know. Like Patreon doesn't really take that much. Kickstarter does. Twitch takes the most. We love you though, Twitch. And YouTube, they take 30% of YouTube super chat tips. So, but I mean, you have to pay for the service somehow. You know what I mean? Because otherwise it is a free service. So I understand the same thing with like Kickstarter and them taking fees, but that's something to look into like in the long run.
Yeah, and I mean, we can do both. My only thing is it's a lot to kind of promote both. You know, we have so many fans and should try to, you're kind of like splitting the pot, and then you have to have prizes and rewards for both. You know, it's like the Kickstarter isn't just get the album. The Kickstarters, you have all those different tiers too. It's like the album plus posters, and it's the album plus this. So it's like you got to figure out content for both now instead of just like prioritizing one.
Well, I already have a Patreon, so I get the feeling that it would be a lot more work to do a Patreon than a Kickstarter. Also, I don't know, like we definitely want to hear from you guys. We definitely want to hear from the fans. But like another interesting perk to Kickstarter is the ability to do larger dollar prizes that are like a one-time thing. So that way you can get something really awesome, like a signed guitar or like merch, or we can make t-shirts just for Patreon, or posters, or like we said, exclusive album artwork just for we could do it just for Kickstarter, or we could do it just for Patreon, whatever. I just feel like just a one and done thing just seems easier. But that's me. I mean, we're an independent band. We rely on our fans, and when it's whatever you guys would rather be, I don't know, it's like we want to hear from the fans, like what you would rather support, like what you would rather, what kind of prizes you would want from us too. So shout us out some of your ideas. What do you think, Josh? Signed drumsticks, signed drum head, stuff like that?
I got drum heads. I got tour drum heads. I still got tour like kick drum fronts of the tour we were on and stuff. So there's some cool stuff floating around.
Yeah.
I think we would have a lot to figure out. Hungry Tortoise on Twitch says Patreon is an add-on long-term thing, which is kind of true. Like if you guys follow like gamers, podcasters, like most of them have Patreons. You know, I have a Patreon. I release demos on there. I do personal live streams. I have a private Facebook group. You know what I mean? So I post stuff there. I don't post anywhere else. So it's not.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. And I do paintings every month, signed lyrics every month, signed photos every month to anybody who wants something like that. So I like to be able to offer that to you guys. And obviously you guys know that, you know, your support helps me continue making music, make sure I have like Top Gear, stuff like that. Can pay for the subscription services that we were talking about. All make the streams possible. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff funds like our day to day. You know, and because a lot still goes into making music that day to day without, you know, me needing to go back to work at McDonald's or whatever. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I mean, and if we did the Kickstarter, I mean, we're only in the very beginnings of the writing process, so it's like
we wouldn't even do a Kickstarter
raising
for a while.
the money as we write the album.
Yeah.
Then that way, when we hit the goal.
How long do Kickstarters last, though? Aren't Kickstarters maybe like a month long? I mean, we probably wouldn't even do it until next year.
I thought you could set the time frame.
Well, you can, but we don't want to like fatigue people.
True.
I think a month is enough time. What do you guys think?
Watching now is verbally obligated, or not verbally. Everyone watching the stream now is contracted that if we do a Kickstarter and haven't met our goal by the last couple days, everyone in these streams have to take it to the goal level. They got to contribute past the goal. Digital handshake.
Right. So Tyler says, as a DJ before COVID, I used to do patrons with multi-tier, so a low price with a signed poster, middle tier with a pair of studio monitors, a top tier, a free DJ setup with a DJing lesson. That's super cool. Wow. I love that. We're limited right now because of COVID. I feel like we can't really do a lot of the stuff we used to be able to do, like private house party shows. We did that. Remember how fun that was on tour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We would meet people for like lunch and dinner and stuff on tour, and like, you know, certain tiers would get stuff like that. So like we gotta like be creative and think outside of the box. But I think, I mean, at the end of the day, the goal is definitely an album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys keep getting my emails, ideas for days.
I know. I feel bad that I haven't listened to all of them. I mean, I have, but I feel like I just need to sit and put myself in the mindset to like write lyrics. Josh, have you listened to them? Are you writing drum ideas?
No. Sorry, Steve. No, I'm going to.
Jeez, Josh. Josh is studying. Josh is in school.
Yeah, and this is but I'll have a little break after next week.
It's okay. My goal is to have 8 more, and then we'll have 25 song ideas to work with.
Yeah.
To make a double disc. But I mean, I'm just sending you guys. They're not even like full written songs. It's like I said before. It's just...
Javi says Steve's ideas go straight to my junk folder. That's awful.
I was gonna say that, but then I was like, that's mean. But Javi's an asshole.
Yeah, well he's out of the band because he keeps saying this acoustic album thing over and over and over and over.
Do you guys out there want? Well, no, I playing the piano versions on my streams. A lot of people were like, do a whole reanimated of this song and this song, and like I did. Was it Evil Ways? And they were like, that needs to be the new reanimated. Like people like these like reimagined versions. I think
I'm totally fine with. Yeah, people love acoustic versions or piano versions or whatever. Yeah, let's put out an album of all our old stuff that way. But I'm not going to release a bunch of new ideas acoustic before the like actual idea has come out. Like, I don't want to be the acoustic version to be the precedent of unreleased material. Like, release the original idea and then the acoustic version after.
I mean,
if we have a Patreon or Kickstarter, people can get acoustic versions of the new ideas.
Yeah.
Unreleased.
Yeah.
Unreleased, so they can hear that as we're working on it.
Yeah, that would be more of a Patreon thing, I think. Like, be with us as we write the album. And the Kickstarter would be like when it's more or less finished, and we would need the push to like I don't really know, guys. I don't really know. I feel like these are things we should talk about, not live.
Hey, the fans, this is what they want. They want the dirt. They want our dirty laundry.
The glamorous music
views.
industry.
Yeah, this gets views right here. In fact, we probably need to turn it up a little bit. So I'm just going to express how much fury Javi brings to my soul and how badly I just want to fire that little asshole right out of the band.
What are you talking about? What?
Javier in the chat with his goddamn acoustic ideas. He keeps harping on.
Revenge of TND acoustic album. Also, if you guys go to thenearlydeads.merchnow.com, we do have vinyl of Revenge of the Nearly Deads. That's our latest EP, released a few years back. It's got Revenge, it's got My Evil Ways, it's got all the hits. So that's on vinyl, and CD and Invisible Tonight CD physical copies are available on Merch Now, aren't they, Steve? Are you shipping them? Have you been shipping them? I mean, if you go to thenearlydeads.merchnow.com,
yeah, they have stuff out there.
Vinyl.
They haven't asked me for restock, so
okay, so they have
they should
stock.
still have some.
Yeah. What happened with the Randy says, I think the band is breaking up via live stream. And then Javi says, I love you, Steve. The Nearly Dead's
Whatever, Javi's
Unplugged.
just saying that.
Hungry Tortoise says the Nearly Dead's Unplugged Flatline. Actually, the acoustic album is going to be called
cool.
Josh Loves Bananas.
Yeah. This is going to be a banana themed album. Double-sided.
Every song is about bananas. Illenium albums? Who's that? His breaks are fairly sick. That's for Josh.
Huh?
Josh said, so Tyler says, this is for Josh. Grab some ideas by listening to some Illenium albums. His breaks are fairly sick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This album is going to be bananas.
Oh, wow.
So what do you think? Do you think as a goal, as a band, we could do an acoustic album and a full-length studio album next year? Is that too much?
1 second.
I mean,
what do you think, Joshy?
Okay, say that again.
I think it's possible.
Do you think?
I mean, I'd be limited on the acoustic anyway, so, and I'm probably one of the most time-consuming parts of recording.
Yeah.
I could just do some shakers. I'll use bananas. Just smack bananas together.
So TJ, say
Wait a second.
Say the question again, TJ.
The question was, do you think it's possible that we could release a acoustic album and a full-length studio album next year?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, you heard it first,
album.
people. You heard it first. Is this a recording? Steve said yes, so that means
And when we say acoustic album, we mean acoustic versions of our already released music, correct?
Who's thinking that's not what we mean?
I just have a feeling
We have no
Javi.
Javi wants
no acoustic.
Trying.
We have no double acoustic album. Oh my god, I can't.
Javi is trying to turn us into an acoustic band.
Because it would be cheaper to record an acoustic album, probably.
Well, we could record the acoustic stuff at Mo's house down the street from me.
Don't say we're live, dude. Everyone's hearing this. Everyone's like, oh, we just go to our neighbor's house. Like,
so my friend Mo.
I know it's a nice studio.
Engineer with a studio in his house.
You need to frame it differently because we're ruining the fourth wall is gone. Like everyone just we're ruining the illusion that we are a successful band.
There's no illusion here.
We're just people, man. I tell every stream, I'm like, I'm just a person. We're just people, man. Like 2 CD acoustic album is gonna be every song we've ever done acoustic.
This is my buddy's studio. It
looks sick.
It's a real studio.
It's awesome.
So,
listen, I recorded the vocals to Can't Make You Change right here, so I literally did. I think I did a damn good job too. my friend Pete came by and let me borrow a nice mic, and I sent the shit to. We sent the tracks off to the producer, and sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Pete.
I mean, honestly,
And then
so
Pete
somebody.
got the COVID.
And then Pete got COVID.
Wow, that's
right.
crazy.
Yeah. So, well, honestly, even when we did Watch Your Back, we did this in Cat Room Studios in Nashville. I mean, it's honestly, studios these days don't have to necessarily be like the big stuff, you know, like JK Studio was really big and all that. But honestly, you can get a really good sound if you have the right microphone, if you have the right room. And a lot of what you do with guitar, well, the drums are the main thing that you really need like a good space for. Because we'll never.
That was the most luxurious part of
recording.
Watch Your Back for sure. That was a nice. Where
Brown Owl.
Brown Owl.
Yeah. That was
where we recorded our very first EP.
Oh, we should re-release that to Kickstarter fan. Anybody that contributes to our Kickstarter for the new album will get a physical copy of our very first unreleased demo. It's not on.
It was called Not Nearly Enough. I liked it. I came up with that name.
And remember at the very end, you did the secret track with the toy piano? No?
I don't think I've ever even heard this.
Oh, the toy piano? Yeah, it like we listen to it now and like cringe. Like I do. I'm like, man, like none of the vocals were doubled, nothing was tuned.
And it wasn't even the studio
songs,
thing. That was our fault because we were like, we're going to go grunge.
Yeah. We didn't know what we were doing. It was like the first thing we ever did. We didn't know what we were doing. The guys there did an incredible job. The album actually sounds amazing, you know, and we're always going to be proud of it. But it was like, obviously, even the songwriting, I'm just like, you guys did not know how to edit yet.
Hey, what happened? Remember that
what
song?
happened? Yeah. What happened? So Steve on Facebook said, Josh, djembe and shakers can make a great sound for acoustic. We need to get you one of those.
Perfect. Yeah.
Or one of those boxes.
Not buying Josh shit. He can buy his own djembe.
Oh my God.
Wait a second.
The Nearly Dead. Yeah. Hey, William Preston says Nearly Dead's Nearly Breads. That's not one of our nicknames. The Nearly Breads.
Oh.
If you were any kind of bread, what kind of bread would you be? And go, Josh.
Oh, Italian bread for sure. I am Italian.
You would be.
Yeah.
Okay. You would be an Italian, and you'd be plain, and everyone likes you. Like,
yeah, exactly.
And here's the joke. It's not that Josh is plain because he's obviously awesome, but the joke is that whenever we go out to eat, Josh always eats a quesadilla or chicken fingers or something very like childlike.
Yes.
White bread. So you're white bread. So you're white bread. Cool. Sounds about right. Steve, what about you?
I feel like
Javi said potato bread. Remember Javi's potatoes?
I love potato bread.
Oh yeah.
Potatoes.
I would be like a Tuscan garlic and rosemary loaf or something.
Yeah, something
totally.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
Gosh, I'm real.
Fakasha. Wait a minute. We had a really funny one. Hungry Tortoise on Twitch says the Nearly Banana Breads.
Oh, geez.
I mean, what if that was so would it be a weird Kickstarter prize if I baked banana bread? Or no, if Steve's mom baked banana bread for everyone because it's amazing and send it to the fans? Can you do that? Is that legal? Can we legally send you this food?
She mails me banana bread and cookies and stuff all the time.
Oh my God.
I can eat banana bread.
No, but like, is that weird if we send it to a fan, like a stranger, like somebody that we don't actually know? You know what I mean? Like we never met. Is that weird? Can you mail?
No. If they purchased it on a Kickstarter, I mean, I ordered for my grandma for Christmas, I ordered her a traditional English or Welsh pastry from an Etsy girl in Wales, and she shipped it overseas. Here, like baked it, shipped it overseas, and I gave it to my grandma. Oh, speaking of banana bread, I made something fantastic the other day. My mom mailed me banana bread. I was eating on it, and I woke up one day, and I was gonna make breakfast, and I made French toast with the banana bread instead of just like normal bread.
Wow.
You don't even need syrup.
Syrup, you don't.
Not necessary.
I need to consult my fiance. All right. Here, I'm texting Jordan. Hey babe, comma, if I was any kind of bread, what kind of bread would I be? He better say sweet bread. What did you say? Pickle loaf? That makes no sense. What the fuck is that? I was gonna say sourdough, but because I'm mean.
What about the jalapeno cheddar loaf?
Oh my god, from Wisconsin. If I was bread, what kind of bread would I be? I would be a pretzel because I'm thin and salty.
Pretzel bread.
Pretzel's not really bread though. Damn it. But back to the question. William Preston was saying the Nearly Deads bring back ska. And that's funny that you should say that because we want to have a ska cover band called the Gnarly Dreads. That's like our side project. That's like our fake side project, the gnarly dreads.
Javi says
you're us play cornbread.
Cornbread?
Cornbread.
I might be getting divorced before I get married. All right, no. I love you, babe. He said white bread 100%. Because I'm blonde.
Oh yeah.
Your milk toast.
Wait, what's like hard tack? What's like flour and water that like soldiers have to eat like if they have no food?
Yeah, hardtack.
Hardtack. I'm hardtack. Flour and water. Basic ass blonde lady.
We're talking Lord of the Rings. She's llama spread.
I can't believe he didn't say sweetbread, but that's cool.
Oh.
So I said rye bread means relationship over. I actually like rye bread.
You're pumpernickel because you sassy.
I also like pumpernickel. Okay, y'all. I am a bread fan. I am not one of those low carb. I'm like, bread is my jam. I love bread. I was thinking about how much I love bread just the other day. And I was like, why does bread have to be the enemy? Because I was like, I really fucking like bread. Like
bread and cheese are literally the two greatest things ever made.
Remix EP called Let's Get Bananas. Remix.
I
love the banana love.
Oh well, when I go reheat my Indian, I'm about to get up on that garlic naan too.
Oh my god, I love naan. Naan is so good. Javi, I don't know if you said cornbread because you're cornbread or because you think I'm cornbread.
We all know Javi is a tortilla chip. It's fine.
Oh no.
That's racist. Okay, the Nearly Breads. What else can we do?
Why is that racist if Josh said he's an Italian loaf? Like,
because he said it about himself, brah.
Oh.
Okay, so what else rhymes with bread? What else rhymes with dead? What can we be? The Nearly Breads. I want to do a graphic that's like the Nearly Breads and we're all just different loaves of bread. I think that'd be fucking funny. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of, but I love it. He was thinking fried chicken and cornbread. I miss that, but I'm a vegetarian now. The Nearly Jebs. Who are some famous Jebs? Jebediah, Jeb Bush. I don't know. This isn't going as well as the Nearly Breads. The Nearly Freds or the Nearly Fed.
Nearly Fed, yeah.
The Nearly Feds, and we're all federal agents. What federal agency would you work for?
Oh, I was just thinking we were all still hungry.
We're all still hungry.
They gave us Chinese, so that lasted 30 minutes.
So Jess Alex said, will there be Punk Rock Kitty Cat Volume 2 in 2021?
Ooh.
We could do that as part of a Kickstarter prize.
Ooh.
Make that one of the acoustic tracks. Do chapter 2.
Punk Rock Kitty Cat, the
Slow
sequel.
down.
Well, you know what everybody wants is Punk Rock Kitty Cat on Spotify. Like, why is it not already on Spotify? Is there a reason behind that, or can we just put it on Spotify? Do we still have the
I can
master?
put it on Spotify. I just never did.
I think it needs to happen. But I was talking about this on the stream. I was like, I think the reason we didn't is because people would not know that that was a joke song, and they'd be like, it would come up. But on that note, like, it would come up randomly on a playlist and be like, what the fuck is this? And it would like throw off our algorithm, and like it wouldn't be like the same type of music, right?
But who cares?
But honestly, what if it's also the song that like breaks us? What if that's the song that everyone's like, fuck yeah, the Punk Rock Kitty Cat band? You know that's gonna happen because we did the stupid zombie video, and now everyone's like, the zombie band, you know? And
was it not like
now everybody knows this is a zombie band, then we're going to be that people still love Punk Rock Kitty Cat, and it's been like years.
Was it not from the
It was from our Kickstarter. It was from
Yeah,
Rob.
but I know, but was it not an issue of what's his name? Was it Rob or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of creating the idea or writing some of the lyrics or something?
Well, I think because Rob wrote the lyrics, he's obviously got to be on the like copyright. I don't.
Well, we already did a copyright for it, I think.
We might.
I can look up right now and see if he's on listed as a writer, because if he's not, then whatever, we can put it up on.
Don't be like whatever. We would still have to contact him and be like, hey, we're gonna.
No. I'm saying if he's not on there,
we can add him.
Our song, and we can do whatever we want with it.
Yeah. Well, he probably. Well, I mean, we need to give him credit. We can't just take it.
Did we on the YouTube?
Yeah. We put his name on it. Like he wrote we put the whole story.
Copyright office.
Rainbow Zed Unicorn. Remind me what Punk Rock Kitty Cat is. Okay. Let me pull it up on YouTube and I'll show you. So if you're following us on YouTube, it was a video that, so we did a Kickstarter prize years ago when we were doing Invisible Tonight. Was it Invisible Tonight? Anyway, I think it was a Kickstarter or whatever, and one of the top prizes was we will write a song for you. And it was one of the top tiers, and you could send in your we would write a song for you. So you put whatever, hey, you either gave us a theme or a starter to a song or lyrics, and we would write a song. And so our former manager, Rob Avanoff, wrote these lyrics called Punk Rock Kitty Cat, and it was long. It was more like a big poem, you know, and I trimmed it. I wrote the music to it, and we all loved it so much because a lot of those like Decide and Never Cared, there were still Kickstarter prizes from that same Kickstarter. We put them just on YouTube. So basically, because it was a Kickstarter prize, I think that was always the vibe, was always to just put it on YouTube for the people and to put it out publicly, but to finish their song, to write their idea, right? And Punk Rock Kitty Cat, we just all ended up loving. It was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing in the studio, and everyone's like, we need to do a full-blown version of this, not just like a piano or acoustic version, which is what we did for the other two songs or the other couple of songs. And Rob kind of helped us facilitate that because he really wanted it fleshed out as a song as well. And then he got somebody to make a video for it, and it's like this hilarious, ridiculous, like funny song. And he had these brilliant lyrics, and it just really, I can't find anything on this new phone because I have the widgets and all the shit, right? Oh, look, we're live now. Can I pull up Punk Rock Kitty Cat? Why don't I just search for it? Okay. Oh, and that's JK on the background vocals. I love that. Was so funny him doing that. All right, so that's a little test, and it go on YouTube. The fucking video is hilarious. So if you guys are not following us on YouTube, which most of you probably are, because most of you in the chat now, yeah.
Didn't we play that live in like California at like one show
for Rob because he went to the show?
Yeah,
and he's like, and remember you had to learn it, and you were like, I don't know this song.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you were in the band when we wrote it.
No, that was like the transition.
That was like the first. So we found Josh on. Tell the story. Tell your story, Josh. How did we find you, and what was it like being thrust onto tour with us?
Oh yeah. Well, I had moved to Tennessee with a different band to Nashville, and we kind of had a falling out. So I was like, it was actually Craigslist that I think I saw like something about the Nearly Dead, and I ended up messaging Steve. I'm pretty sure is the first person I talked to, and we like talked, and you guys are looking for a drummer. And it's funny, I didn't even have my drums in Tennessee, and I was like, it was gonna be like the next day I was gonna go down and just try out, or no, like the next week. And you gave me like a few songs to learn, and my mom and grandma met me halfway in like Cincinnati, I think, and loaded my drums in my car, and then I rented out a storage unit and practiced like the 3 songs I had to learn, and then that was it. Basically met you guys, and it was like the very next week we were going on tour. I got to tell my job, and they were like, "That's cool" for the first one, and then
but like what was? I can't even believe that we found somebody. I mean, like I don't know. Like, I think it was like at that point we were touring more regularly, and like, I don't know. I'm still just like, I can't believe that somebody was just like, yeah, fuck it. Like,
yeah, that was
a week's notice. That was sure.
Like, it was.
Oh, and you're not going to pay me? Sure. You know, we were literally like, you won't get paid unless we get paid. So I hope you're down to be broke and live in a van. We didn't even know you could be an axe murderer. Like, we hired you and Kevin, or not hired, but I mean, we like, I think it was was it a trial basis? Did we ever officially like say, hey, we want you? I think that tour was like a test.
That tour was like the trial, because I remember too, and it's funny, those photos where you 4 were wearing the tuxedo shirts.
Oh my God, had you like I was sit there and watch us take pictures, because we were like, we don't know if this guy's gonna last, so sorry. Oh God, that must have been awful. We were fucking awful.
It wasn't like, I mean, I completely understood. I mean, dude, you guys have been trying to fire me ever since. But I completely understood.
Well, the issue was like we had like multiple members before that, and none of those photos were usable because they all had members in them that aren't in the band anymore.
Right. Well, and now they do again. So what do you do? We need new pictures of just the 4 of us, really. As soon as COVID's over and we can all actually see each other again, we need pictures, because I'm tired of posting old ass pictures on Instagram. So Tyler's being from, well, this was years ago, Tyler. So he's like, Craigslist is a joke. We don't actually take it seriously. And I'm like, well, this was like how many, 6 years ago? When everyone was finding gigs on Craigslist. I mean, it was not as like, I don't ever go on Craigslist anymore. It's kind of like trashy now.
Yeah.
And you can find musicians. I still tell people to find musicians on Craigslist, because there's people that are still out there. Because where else are you going to find? But there's there's Reverb Nation, there's SoundCloud, there's going to your local shows, Facebook. You can just join a Facebook group now for like your local scene, you know. But dude, everyone's like, who uses Craigslist? It's like, this was a long time ago, guys. Josh has been in the band for a while. But what's funny is that William says no, he's still on trial. And then
he's right.
We literally, and I feel bad because I feel like we never let you like we're like still hazing you. Like, and I feel bad sometimes. I'm like, maybe we should stop teasing Josh one of these days.
No, it's all good.
We're like, oh, Josh is in on the joke, but really you go home and cry.
Maybe.
Maybe. Where did Steve go?
I'm still here.
All right, we're gonna be on for like 20 more minutes, I think.
Yeah, I was probably gonna get off by 9.
Is it 50? Oh, so, okay, let's do like a last call for questions. Let's just cut it off. Let's just cut it. Thank you guys to anybody who's watching, to anyone who's just tuning in. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with us. Sunday Funday with the Nearly Dreads, the Nearly Breads, the Gnarly Beads. We are so happy to have you guys just hanging out with us, and we're so happy to have our single out, our new single, Can't Make You Change. If you haven't listened to it, check it out. It's everywhere. It's streaming everywhere. You can buy it on iTunes, and yeah, make sure you guys are following us on all the socials, the YouTube, the Twitch, the Facebook, and everything, so you can totally like know when we're doing this again.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the live, go stream their new single. And then I had somebody on here saying they're going to go play Skyrim after this, which I think is badass.
Awesome.
One of the reasons I wanted to do Twitch too is because I wanted to start replaying Fallout and just have people watch me start it over from the beginning. If anybody out there is remotely interested in watching me play. I love Skyrim too. What are you doing?
I got like half our copyrights are still like in the envelope because I get them and I'm like, oh, I know what this is.
No
so
need to open that.
I just throw the whole envelope in the filing cabinet.
Just Alex, Fallout 4 and PlayStation 4. Oh, actually, and Switch. I'm not gonna lie. I love the Nintendo Switch. It's the coolest gaming console ever. We talked about this last time. Dude, to be able to play Skyrim and be in the middle of a quest and just be tired and just like pop it out of the console and just play it in your lap. It's the best.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I want to get Pikmin. Oh, here we go. Boom.
Oh, I don't have a PSN. Yeah. I should get one. Don't you have to pay for that? Isn't that like $50? My fiance has one, and his gamer tag is "Wow, you're terrible." So follow him. Play Call of Duty or whatnot with him. I don't really play any online games. That's why I don't have a PSN, right?
That's kind of how I am, yeah. I'm more of a story-driven single player.
That sounds sad. Sounds lonely.
It does. I mean, I do play online, but...
Remember when
I'm the same way, Josh. I don't really play anything online.
Yeah, I like the story-driven, I don't know, graphics.
Let's see here.
Oh, okay. PSN is free to have. I don't know. I probably do. It's probably like Teresa Jean. It's probably just my name. I don't know. Which band member do you think would be most likely to survive the zombie apocalypse?
Yeah.
Why?
Me. And
okay,
me.
so we do.
It wouldn't be Javi.
But
No.
we don't have it listed on BMI. So I guess if we were going to, and Rob is listed under the copyrights.
Yeah. So let's get it registered with the PROs and we'll throw it up on Spotify and we'll make a thing out of it. And we'll do like another, I don't know. What are we saying? We wanted to do like a different video or another lyric video for it. I mean, I like the video. It's cute.
We'd have to hunt down Rob, I think, and get his information. I mean, if he's not registered with the PRO.
I can't even handle this because Randy on YouTube is going, the Nearly Dead live is live. Opening mail. We're so boring. Sorry. We just want.
Hey, I got like four more.
This is our release party.
This is our release party. We're talking about releasing something else already. We're already on to the new shit.
There's
We're
more
like,
Nearly Dead copyrights. Well, what we'll do is one of the Kickstarter prizes we'll mail you our original.
We're not mailing anybody our copyright. That's a horrible idea.
Right, certification of works registered.
Put that away. People are gonna see our personal information, Steve.
There's no personal information on here.
All right.
Well,
All right, guys.
Teresa's last name is on here.
Don't want stalkers. Thank you. All right.
My old address is on here. 2013. That's when this was written.
Jesus, 7 years ago? God. Copyright. The copyright to Punk Rock Kitty Cat is for sale for $1 million. Isn't that how didn't like Michael Jackson buy the rights to all the Beatles music? That's the right. Yeah. We're not. Yeah, you can't just be giving that shit away.
Well, we'll figure it out. Either whether we'll hunt down Rob or there might be a way to register it on BMI without him.
I think you're right.
Having a PRO. I don't know.
Hey, we'll figure it out for you guys because clearly the demand is real for Punk Rock Kitty Cat to be on Spotify and streaming.
What if we make that like the kickoff to the new Kickstarter? We figure it all out and we're like, Nearly Deads is releasing a new record and Punk Rock Kitty Cat is available on Spotify today.
And that's a good idea to kind of bundle that together.
And you can make one of the Spotify now, you can do the little moving images.
Yeah.
Like, so we'll make a moving image for Punk Rock Kitty Cat of like a cat dancing or something.
Maybe we'll do that.
Why? What else would you do for the album art of Punk Rock Kitty Cat?
I don't know. A dancing cat seems fine to me.
You could be dressed up as a banana.
And if it goes on Spotify, it'll go on Apple Music. It'll go all the streaming sites. We'll put it on through distribution networks, and it'll be available everywhere. So, like I'm saying, watch. It's gonna be the song that gets us fucking to the next level. Just watch. It's gonna get like 1 million streams in a day. Everyone's gonna be like, "What's this stupid shit?" Watch it happen.
Hey,
I don't care. My life mission is for Punk Rock Kitty Cat to be in a commercial. I think it is like the funniest. It could be in a cat food commercial, or you know what I mean. Or what about a whole punk rock? What about hear me out. A whole kids book, kids movie, Pixar film, Punk Rock Kitty Cat, the balloon at the Macy's parade. Like it's a whole thing. We just need. It'll be the new Hello Kitty.
Sky is the limit.
Yes.
It'll be the new Hello Kitty. It'll be its own thing, and I'm in love with this idea. Move over, zombies. We're cat people now, and bananas. Jess, Alex, we will put it on a CD just for you because you won't let up. We'll put it on a CD and mail it to you personally. I will burn you a CD of that song.
If he donates $500 to the Kickstarter.
I think Butcher Babies just did a physical single, but they did it there's like 5 tracks. But you know how like a lot of people are doing old school, like releasing shit on cassette tape and then releasing physical singles with like the remixes and the radio edits and stuff on them again. Because Butcher Babies just did that. But that would make a good Kickstarter prize, right? Like a goofy, like collectible thing. Like the Punk Rock Kitty Cat on a CD. I'm sure we could make those pretty cheap. And Tyler's a DJ, so stay in touch with us. So when we need any remixing, because he's a DJ, just stay in touch with us and send us your stuff, and we'll give you some love on the socials. Punk Rock Kitty Cat, the ice cream, I love it. Punk Rock Kitty Cat, everything. Yeah. Punk Rock Kitty Cat bed sheets. Punk Rock Kitty Cat breakfast cereal. And what would the flavor be? And Josh, go.
Banana.
No, that's not very punk rock.
Are you kidding me?
Punk rock flavor. When I think of like punk rock flavor, I think of something that tastes like blue raspberry or bubble gum. You know what I mean? No.
I don't know.
Tastes like dirt and nails, like
Yeah.
real punk rock and blood.
It's like anarchy.
Yeah. That's the tagline. Tastes like anarchy. Oh my God, we're gonna get, for saying anarchy, we're gonna get put in some weird fucking fringe group.
I know.
We're gonna get on some list.
The
Cigarette ash flavored cereal. Punk rock kitty cat goes butt rock. You're a punk rock kitty cat, butt rock kitty cat. Punk rock kitty cat. Gaming PC,
right?
guitar, the list goes on. I love it. The rising has started. The revolution of punk rock kitty cat. I already said one stream that I wanted the new record to be called Redemption. Redemption of the Nearly Deads, because of that song that I have that I'm working on.
That's cool. I like that.
I like it. I mean, yeah. Well, it's a work in progress. Steve, are you reading? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm hunting down Rob Evanoff to see if he has a PRO so we can make this happen.
Infinite merch potential. Well,
what's the name? 1888 Media.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. So if you guys any last call for questions, and then we're gonna let you guys go back to your days. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it, and I'm so happy to hang out with you, Steve, and you, Josh, and Javi from earlier, because we all never get to see each other hang out, and it's kind of fun to do this live. I miss you guys.
Yeah, this is fun. Bring out
our laundry. I like the streams.
Wait, what did you say, Steve?
I said I like doing the streams, and we'll keep doing them.
Yeah, as long as people still keep watching. Yeah, no, but we need to stop talking about business on them.
Well, that was the point of this one, was to see like what
we wanted to. Ultimately, the goal was Kickstarter or Patreon, right? And honestly, I feel like we really didn't get a fucking answer. I feel like the answer is both. I feel like they both serve completely different purposes. And there are people who would rather do a Kickstarter and people who would rather do a Patreon. And we have enough fans that there's enough for everybody, right? I don't think it's really going to split people if we have either or. But the Patreon, like I've had my Patreon for over a year, and it's the same people, and it's our monthly vibe. And you know what I mean? It's like, it's an ongoing thing. And nobody is really expecting you to like use that income to like make an album, I don't think, unless you did like pay per creation. But you know, that funds more so the day-to-day stuff. Like when we need to buy a copyright, or we need to do, you know what I mean? Need a new microphone or something like that. So, all of you guys out there, anybody who is part of my Patreon, I appreciate you. You guys who are following us online and watching the streams, we appreciate you so much. So thank you so much.
You could just do neither and break up.
We tried. That didn't work. We didn't try breaking up. We just went on hiatus, and like we all missed each other.
Rob's website is like crashing my computer. I got like the pinwheel of death, and I can't do anything.
Oh no. Well, you're still on Zoom, so that matters.
Yeah.
So we have, let's see. Has the raffle winner been announced, or will that happen in an upcoming stream? We didn't do a raffle this time. But my last stream from Friday, I already emailed. The winner was Doug Saxon, and I emailed him. That was from mine. So sorry if I don't know. I'm not ever going to do that again when I don't announce the winner on the stream. So Dino says, not a question, but you guys were a massive part of my teenage years, and it's great to see you're still around. Can't wait to hear new material. So yes, thank you so much. We appreciate you being a fan for all these years. Randy says both is the correct answer. And then a Spider One said Do a Kickstarter, then as soon as it ends, launch a Patreon. That could work, or that would work. Stephen Deo says, any chance of Frequencies Part 2?
Be cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I love that song. I think with... God damn it, Javi. Army of 100 Sheep on YouTube says, let's take another 2 years off.
Isn't he supposed to be like having stuff to do?
I think he's in a position where he has some responsibility.
Busy. I thought he was also releasing a record a month. So
on his Army of 100 Sheep, he's got his hands full.
Yeah.
What would your first reaction be to what? Oh, during an apocalypse? I would love, like, and then William Preston says she would be queen. And I would love to be like, I would just own it and take care of it because I'm really bossy and I get shit done when I need to. But honestly, I would probably bug out. I would probably cry and freak out. Like, I don't like thinking about stuff like that. I would hope that everyone I know and love survives, but you know that they're not. And so what I think that every apocalypse show misses is that gravity of losing everyone that you love. I don't think anyone really articulates that very well. It's always just like, oh, well, time to go kill zombies. Like, my whole family's dead, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you'd be way more depressed, right?
Yeah.
If there was a zombie apocalypse, we'd all be wearing masks and they'd close the theaters.
Hey. It is bizarre. Like this year has been fucking weird. Like, let's all just admit it. And like, I'm ready for it to be over. Like, we're all ready for it to be over and things get back to normal. We're ready to play some live music, meet you guys, release an album, and then tour.
Side note, the good thing about this year is The Mandalorian Season 2.
No spoilers because I still have to watch the latest episode.
It's badass. This whole season's way better than the first, and Baby Yoda is more adorable than the first. So
yeah, I need to watch it.
Oh, I have Baby Yoda. I have a little one.
Bad year. Watch some Baby Yoda.
All right, guys. Steve is frozen, and it's
Yeah,
the
you're
best.
frozen.
But it's the best. I can't. I'm gonna
I feel like Rob's hacking into my computer right now.
Tyler says, don't encourage my fiance. TJ, get a PS5. No, we don't need one. We have a PS Pro, actually. Not even the PS4. We have the Pro. We don't need a PS5. Steve's still frozen.
Yeah, that's right. They don't need a PS5. Sell all your PlayStations and get an Xbox.
No, Steve.
Nah.
Get the superior console. Console Wars. Console Wars.
No, we're not doing Console Wars. We're ending this stream. Javi mentioned Train to Busan does a great job of the apocalypse. So I'll have to check out that movie.
Hashtag.
Oh, Rainbow Zed Unicorn says the best thing about this year is being able to be in the Nearly Dead stream.
Oh, awesome.
Hungry Tortoise, that is your new cover art for the album. Yes, and it's called Bananas and Cats, and and that's it. Wait, the Nearly Breads presents Banana Cat. I don't know.
Am I still frozen?
Yeah.
It is just on that.
Wait. Somebody make a meme of it. Like, is this picture good enough to make it a meme? Let me know. I'm gonna actually screenshot it on my
Do I
desktop.
look high or do I look like?
No, you look like a meme. Okay, I screenshotted it on my actual computer. I'm gonna post this and we're gonna have a meme contest.
Oh, no.
I love this. So we're gonna do a meme contest, and I don't know. We'll have people like email us their memes or post us and hashtag Nearly Deads. I don't even want to end the stream now. This is so funny.
I look like a
Dude.
creep, to be honest.
It's funny. All right, meme it right now. Meme it right now. Oh, wait. Here's my cat. Where is the chat? I'm sorry, guys. Here, chat box. I'm here. Now I'm moving the now we can all see it better because now the chat box isn't over your face. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. Anybody who's leaving, anyone, thank you. We appreciate you hanging out with us. This has been a lot of fun. Gigi Assault says my Xbox is trash. I got one and it broke the next day.
Ooh.
Everyone's just loving Steve's frozen face. I can't. I don't want to end the stream, but I think we have to. Steve, are you still there at all?
He just like his.
He's
computer.
done. All right. He's like, I can't stand the embarrassment. All right, Josh, it's just me and you.
All right.
Now we can really tell them what we all think of the Steve and hobby.
Yeah.
And we love them, and they're like
they're
brothers.
awesome.
You guys are all my family. So, and same, same with the fans.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. All right, well, go study.
Yeah.
Everybody out there, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna go ahead and we are going to end this stream.